Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. We see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. Throwing on second down, Prescott, and this is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 31, Jones. And this is Latimer, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. Mike 55. Mike 55. Crunch time, defense. Mike 55.
Jones on 1st and 10. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check. Why? Get wide.
Hey, box drop. Deep dribble.
Throwing Jones. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
48 Mike. Watch the out. Watch the twist.
General West. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 48.
Gone. Go. Get it.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. On 2nd and 7, Jones. And it's caught. 11 yards there, 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 38, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, the quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with 4th down and 1. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On first down, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 35.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Flushed out right. Caught by Cobb. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Elliott. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Prescott from the gun. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
First down, Dallas.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first.
57, come on. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Giants 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Buying time to his left. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
48 Mike. You run.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
That's 60 or.
Switch. 48 for Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Jones now operating from the gun. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Rock it. Check. Fresno. Check 52. Jim. 49. Check 49. Check. Let go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
You got tight right there. He's checking.
Hey, Hayward.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Go. 15 line. Check 13.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Prescott now, and nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And again, it's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Rush in. Joker, 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 joker. Slam, slam.
Hey, kill. What do you think?
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal, and this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Check, check, lucky.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 17-14.
Giants 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
SOS.
Go out.
Check.
From the gun, Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch twist.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming. We got to double up. Check safety.
Hey, team 6. Be careful.
Jones operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
What we got? Check 22.
46. 26.
They go to Elliott again. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 7, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jones now from the gun. He'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Out of bounds at midfield. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You got trick, you got 3. Check 82, watch 82, ball coming 82.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
57, Mike, 57. Hey, defense.
Prescott now from the 50. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Keep it up. Whip. Watch the whip.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
First down, Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. On first down, Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Elliott. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup, touchdown Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
64, wait.
Now Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Jones looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Okay, lock it.
Check 15, check 15.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 7. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Bravo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Go, go.
Jones operating from the gun. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 2.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Here's Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now it's Tate. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5, and they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.